everybody, welcome to this video where we are going to discuss and display how you're going to create a WCF data service that is going to expose a database view which has got the business information out to the external world. This will be the first part in the series. To begin with, first we create I have asked my infrastructure team to create a different user for accessing this database. Make sure that you have a different user, otherwise we don't want your individual user ID to be accessing the database or accessing the database from the application. So here's it. We create a new user, and we're going to open Visual Studio 2015 by hitting by holding the Shift key. Right click on Visual Studio, and you have run as a different user. Okay, and then this user, and then I put in my my password, and then I click on OK, and then once it's done, it's you have Visual Studio 2015 firing up. Once so this is going to take it's done. Okay, we click on create new project. Okay, excuse me, and the new project is starting up. And once the new project is starting up, it's going to have I'm going to put a new name to it. So it's today is suppose 30 June videos pro application. Okay, and you click on OK. So we have created ASP.NET web application. You select empty from the next page, the next options, and click OK. Since I'm not publishing to Azure, I just click on cancel out there. Once it's done, you're going to add a new item, and the new item will be the data connection, the database connectivity. So it will be a new data item, and I'll show that to you in a moment. Okay, and so here it's the application is created. Right click on it, and you get the option of add. So you click on add, and here the add options come up. Click on add and click new item, and then you get the option. Do you see data? Yeah, you see data, and you select ADO.NET entity data model, top one. It's pretty easy. So this is a video. Again, I'll say data model because I'm creating a data model. Whatever name you want, this data model. Okay, and you click on OK, and then you click add. Then it's going to ask you entity framework designer from database. This is creating the entity framework connectivity. So I say from database because I already have a database at the back end, and you click on next, and here I'm going to use the same user ID. Okay, first I have to select my database. Okay, so select new connection, server name, database, put in the database, and use Windows authentication because you use that same user ID. This is the user ID that I've been using from the beginning. Okay, and then you select the database which comes underneath it. This is the instance, and this is the database. There's a connection. It should be okay, and you click on OK. Okay, done. So it's creating connection to, and it has created its own connection string as. Okay, this is the entity name. You can leave it as it is, or you can change it and then click on next. Okay, I select Entity Framework 5.0, click Next, and you can select the 6.0. That's up to you. It's my requirements. Okay, and it's from in the database now. Now the database has fetched all the tables and the views that are there in the database. I go in the drop down and select my database view that I am actually interested in. Okay, this is the one I select, and I click on Finish. And what it does is that it now fires up and creates a connectivity, and then adds it to this application. And you say okay if you want to do it. Okay, so far what we have done is that we have created a Visual Studio application using Visual Studio 2015 Professional, and we have created an application, and we have created a connection to the database that we are planning to expose, and now it's done that connectivity. Okay. Third step is to create the actual WcfData Service. Okay, so right click, add a new item, select in the search. You can use a search option pretty easily. It's WCF data, and you get WCF Data Service in a moment. WCF data, and you see WCF Data Service coming. You can give a different service, a business service WCF data, and you click on add, and it starts firing up. Once it is done, it's going to create a new WCF data service. Alright, and here it's fired up, it's done, it's come up here. Not much changes need to be done. This is where it comes here. It's as easy as that. It comes where the data service it makes its own class, and what you have to change is the connection string, or you have to point it to your the entity that you want to expose to. So the entity framework, you created an entity, so just type in here entities, because remember, because this is the entity that I had created just a moment back. Okay, so even if you forget what you created, maybe you put the word entity there for sure. So just type in whatever you feel like. Look, if I type in STV, that's what I remember, and if you type in entity, you get that. Okay, so this is one. Select that. Now I am going to change one thing, uncomment one thing out here. This is the config set entity access rule. Okay, this is a place, and this is my entity set. Is actually, you have to change it to the view that you actually are exposing. Alright, so this is something which you can put in your web.config and decrypt it, otherwise encrypt it. Sorry, otherwise you can leave it as it is. I'm going to just put my view that I actually have exposed. So I put in my view name. The view name is I have it. Don't have it in memory, so I've stored it here. This is my view name. Okay. Just paste the view name here. Take out the question mark. What is the view? I have given it all read rights. You can give them different rights. If you put dot, you get all read, read multiple, write append, write delete, write merge. You can put. So I am doing the simple one, all read. Okay, that's okay. Once this is done, I think this should get you going. Control Shift, and then what I'm doing is that I was checking whether the video is going right, and once it's done, you just hit the F5 button on your keyboard, and it should be able to fire the web service and get you up and running. look, I put in the wrong data service names, view name, so I have to stop it. Stop my application. I fired it up, but I have to stop it. Now what I'm going to do is that hit F5 again. And you see my Internet Explorer is firing up. Okay, this is my data service. Look at this, fired up. It has got this view. Fine. Now you can query this view in your own way. Okay, so what I'm going to do is that I'm going to query the top 3 rows of this view, which I've already put in this which I've already have this query. You can put top 4 instead, suppose. Okay, take this and append it right where the service ends, basically. Okay, there should be a /. So now can you see my query? The query is like this. So you can't see this part. What I'm going to do is that, you see, this is my query. I hit enter and it is getting me the entire stuff. It is getting all the data. This is in IE. If I take the same URL and put it in Chrome, you're going to see the data in its own in its entirety. So I put it here and run it, and you'll see. Look, this has got the TOEFL. So far, so what we've done in this video is that first of all, the user ID is there, which I have already created. The user ID has access to the database views, and I have created, using that user ID, I created a Visual Studio 2015 application. That's a web application. Added the entity framework with the connectivity to the database view, and finally created a WcfData Service. And I have changed the place in the class where I have given access. First of all, I've changed this to the entity, which the name that I've given to my entity, and in the set entity access rules, I have set the entity rights as all read, and I have given access to this particular view. I have it hit F5, and the data and this is ready to roll. Basically, the web service is ready to roll. Thanks for watching this video.